Hello, Patriots. I'm Lee Watts, and this is Patriot Point, your source for news and information from a conservative, Christian, and common sense point of view. Well, we have some big news this week, starting off with there is a move to make daylight savings time permanent.
Oh, yes! Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah!
Yes, I am all for this. This is a bill that has been proposed by Florida Senator Marco Rubio. It is called the Sunshine Protection Act. This has already passed the United States Senate unanimously, and it is now going to the House of Representatives. So I encourage you, contact your member of Congress. Let's get rid of this springing forward, falling back and forth. The time for this is long since passed. This will be a great thing, and I hope we can get this done. That is the Sunshine Protection Act. And talking about things going on up there in the United States Congress, and specifically with Kentucky congressmen. Did you know that Kentucky Senator Rand Paul and Kentucky Representative Thomas Massie are suing to end the mask mandates on airlines? Yes, they had filed a lawsuit to say, listen, the CDC does not have the authority to just make up laws saying that Americans have to do this. And if you think about it, this whole idea is ridiculous. When you go into the airport, they say you got to stand 6 feet apart from everybody. But when you get in the airplane, they pack you in like sardines over there. So they're saying, listen, they have no right to make the law. Only Congress can make laws, and Congress has made no such law to do this. We have way too many bureaucracies, such as the CDC, EPA, and others, who are just making up things and they're being enforced as if they are laws. We need to rein that in and get back to where only Congress is the one that makes laws. There's been several other very conservative Republican congressmen and women who have signed on to this lawsuit. However, you want to know who has not signed on to it? Oh, since you ask, I'll tell you who has not signed on to it. It's the guy who's my opponent in Congress right now, who I am seeking to unseat. He hasn't signed on to this at all. Hasn't done a bunch of other things about this, including he has not signed on to the Fire Fauci Act. Oh, he talks about firing Fauci, but there's an actual bill called the Fire Fauci Act. It is H.R. 2316, and he refuses to even put his name on it. This bill has been out there for nearly a year now. I'd be happy to sign on to that thing. Let's get rid of Fauci. Let's get rid of these bureaucracies making mandates, and that's the kind of thing that I support. And some of the things that separates me from my opponent, who's in Congress now, and by the way, has been a career politician since the 1990s. Just thought I'd point that out. Let's talk about some of the things going on at the state level right now. And that is, one of them is House Bill number 51. Now, this would remove all of the mandates in Kentucky public schools. And I'm very excited about this. This has already passed the House of Representatives, but it's been sent over to the Senate. It's been sitting there for a week, and nothing is being done about it. It is in what is called the Health and Welfare Committee. The committee must approve this first before it goes up for a vote of the full Senate. And if it does that, it can become law. So who is holding this bill up? Well, here I'm putting up a picture. This is the name and picture of every single person who is on the Senate's Health and Welfare Committee. So do you think it would be a good idea to call and write them, encouraging them to do this? Or do you think it would not be a good idea to call them? There's my little subtle hint. We should call, we should email these people, encouraging them to call up House Bill 51 before the committee so that it can be heard and let the Senate vote on it. Let's get rid of these mandates in Kentucky public schools. This also would affect all post-secondary institutions in Kentucky, universities and colleges, and so forth. I'll tell you something else would be a great idea. It's not being proposed right now, but there is still time to do it. And that is a suspension of the gas tax. I am seeing other states' legislatures are moving forward with suspending their gas tax. Again, not canceling it, just suspending it temporarily, because of the crisis we've got with escalating gas prices. Gas prices right now are higher than your chances of having a tragic accident if you have dirt on Hillary Clinton. So I think it would be a great idea if the state legislature at least suspended Kentucky's gas tax for the current fuel increases. So great idea that I hope that somebody will add as an amendment on some transportation gas or tax bill. Let's talk about something else going on at the state capitol, and that is an invitation that I'm extending to you personally. For over the last 13 years, I have been giving tours of the Kentucky State Capitol building, teaching people the wonderful, rich history of our state capitol and really emphasizing the Christian heritage of Kentucky State Capitol building. I'm going to be conducting another one of these tours on Friday, March the 25th, and I hope that you can come in for it. It's going to start at 10 o'clock in the morning Eastern Time and last approximately 2 hours. So it'll be done right in time for lunch. I don't charge a cent for this, and I hope you can come. If you can't make this one, but you'd like to have your group come up sometime, then just contact me. My email is lee.watts.kentucky@gmail.com, and we can arrange a time for your group to come up and do one of these historic and Christian tours of our beautiful state capitol building. And I'll look forward to doing that because, Lord willing, if I win this race for Congress, this will be my last year to be able to do that. But I will look forward to maybe doing some of those type tours at the United States Capitol building in the years to come. Well, talking about running for Congress, we had some polling information done here in the past few weeks, and we are getting incredibly close to being neck and neck with my opponent. The person I like to refer to as he who shall not be named, because you don't want to say your opponent's name. But we are getting incredibly close to being neck and neck. So if you ever thought, hey, this is the kind of guy, these are the type of ideas that I want put forth in the United States Congress, then I hope that you'll consider sending a donation to the campaign. You can go to my website, which is leewattskentucky.com. That's leewattskentucky.com. And you see there's a little donate button. Send a donation. We'll use that. We'll buy some ads. We'll send out some mailers. We'll do door hangers, things to forward the idea that we need a real conservative in office, not the career politician who, again, has been sitting in a political office since the 1990s. So that's some of the things going on right now in the campaign. There's one other thing I want to invite you to. We're going to be having a fundraiser event at a restaurant up in Dry Ridge, Kentucky. It's the Beans Cafe. These are the people who refused to close their doors when Andy Beshear said everybody has to close except the businesses that he handpicked to stay open, like the abortion clinics and the big box stores and the horse racing tracks, when he tried to close the churches and the mom and pop stores and things like that. Well, these wonderful patriots are going to be hosting a fundraiser event for the campaign on Saturday, March the 26th at 6 p.m., and you are invited. Again, we're getting really close to being neck and neck. Just need that little push to get over, and I think we're going to make this thing happen. So those are some of the things going on a national level, some of the issues we have on a state level, and things going on with the campaign. So until next week, I am Lee Watts for Patriot Point, reminding you as always that liberty is not a spectator sport.